Happy Independence Day, Patriots fans. Tyler Jones here. Thanks for joining us. Coming up on today's show, we will look at the top USFL players that are available that could be making their way to the National Football League, and we'll see which ones could be a potential fit for the New England Patriots to sign. I got 5 names to tell you about coming up in just a matter of moments. Before we do, I highly encourage you to share today's show. Here's what I need you to do. Go ahead and click the share button, select the Twitter icon, click post to Twitter. Then if you tag me at Tyler Jones Live, I'm going to give you a retweet. And the first 10 people that share today's show and follow me on Twitter, you're in luck because I'm going to follow you back on Twitter as well. That's the deal that we're offering today. You pat my back, I'll pat your back, and we'll all be in good shape, and we'll go from there. Let's get this show out to as many Patriot fans as we can so they can be a part of what we're doing each and every day here on Patriots Today. Share the show. We certainly would appreciate it, and we'll get started with this edition of Patriots Today. So I have 5 names to look at, and let me preface this by saying this. I know some of you are going to say, well, we don't need that position or whatever it may be. A USFL player is going to be a borderline roster player. So just take that into account here. We're just going for the best players in the USFL, not necessarily for need here. With that in mind, let's go ahead and get started with the first player on this list, and that is Alex McGough of the champion Birmingham Stallions, who won it for the second straight year, the USFL title, and a great accomplishment there for the Stallions. And McGough was really good this past season in the United States Football League, a 2-time champion, well on his way to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, obviously. He was named the MVP of the USFL this past year, was the leading touchdown man, also led the league in passer rating, completion percentage. He was that guy. He was a baller. He's got NFL experience too. This is somebody that's previously played for the Seahawks, the Jags, as well as the Houston Texans. And here's the numbers to back it up of what Alex McGough did in 10 games in the USFL this year. Had 20 touchdowns, about 2 touchdowns per game, threw about 5 interceptions, over 2,100 yards passing, and a completion percentage around 67%. We talked on yesterday's show about how Trace McSorley might be on the way out. Alex McGough might be worth looking into as a replacement on that practice squad or whatever it may be for Trace McSorley potentially. So we'll see if the Patriots want to go that route. I want to know, quick pin comment today. Here's the question that we're asking, just to test the folks out there. Do you like spring football? You had the USFL this year. XFL also was this season as well. I got to tell you, I like just having more football. It got me through the spring months, and now we turn our attention to training camp, about to start here pretty soon. Do you like spring football? Let me know in the comment section. Y for yes, in for no. Way in the comment section. Be honest with me if you like spring football or not. Tell me what you think. Y for yes, in for no. Next on the list, we'll stay on offense, and we'll go to Corey Coleman at wide receiver from the Philadelphia Stars. And Corey Coleman had a really good college career with the Baylor Bears, and now he's made his way to the Philadelphia Stars, where he was fantastic this past season with being the USFL's receiving yards and receptions leader. He was also on the all-USFL team. And you talk about experience in the National Football League. This is a guy that has played for Cleveland, Buffalo. He actually was previously with New England at one point in time, as well as the Giants and Kansas City. So he has that NFL experience going for him. He's been around Belichick before. Could we see him get another shot with the New England Patriots? The numbers for Corey Coleman, he had a nice number of 669 yards with 51 catches for 4 touchdowns, about 13 yards a reception as well for Coleman in the 10 games that he played there with the Philadelphia Stars. Now, to the tight end position. That's where we find Jace Sternberger, the tight end from the Birmingham Stallions. He started his college career with the Kansas Jayhawks playing under David Beatty, then ended up transferring to Texas A&M where he was a standout in the Southeastern Conference. Then his NFL career included some time with Green Bay, Seattle, Washington, and Pittsburgh. And this year in the USFL, he really had a breakout campaign. And I remember when Sternberger was all the way at Kansas, and he was obviously a talented player even back then, and he finally got to show it off this past year in the USFL as he was not only on the championship Stallions team, but also was the receiving touchdowns leader in the USFL, the all-USFL team member as well. Jace Sternberger was certainly impressive, a very good pass catcher in his own right, and the numbers back that up. You're looking at a guy in Sternberger who plays that tight end position but is a receiving threat, a receiving tight end with 33 catches, 517 yards, 7 touchdowns, nearly 16 yards a reception as well. Sternberger was very impressive this year in the USFL. So, quick question. We've talked about a couple names. There's some more that we'll get to here in a second, but who's a player that you'd like to see the Patriots sign to their roster for training camp that you'd like to see get a shot to make this team? Give me one name in the comment section below. Name a player that the Patriots should sign from the USFL. Let me know what comes to mind. Give me one player and let me know what you think in the comment section. Folks, you got to subscribe to the channels. We're talking about the New England Patriots each and every day here on Patriots Today with the latest happenings on your favorite team, news and rumors. We also do breaking news videos. As soon as the Patriots make a move, we stop whatever we're doing to bring you the latest coverage here on the New England Patriots. And on top of that, folks, we have some exciting stuff ahead here on the channel when it comes to some live shows and some watch parties here very, very soon. So come on in, stay a while, subscribe now for free, join the family. This could be your Independence Day gift from us as a free subscription to Patriots Today by Chat Sports. YouTube.com/Patriots Today to subscribe for free. Next up, we will go to the running back position. That's where we find from the Houston Gamblers. I love these names, by the way. Mark Thompson, who was the Offensive Player of the Year in the USFL this season. Also an all-USFL 2023 team member. And he also led the league in rushing touchdowns this past season. And he's had some opportunities with a few different NFL teams. Baltimore, the Jets, the Lions, also with Las Vegas. And you look at the Patriots as they're trying to find more running back options potentially behind Ramondre Stevenson. Might be worth giving Thompson a shot to see if he could potentially make that roster and be one of your backup running backs and get some playing time. The numbers for Mark Thompson, when we said he led the league in touchdowns, we weren't kidding. He played in just 8 games, not the full 10 games, and he still had 14 touchdowns in that 8-game stretch with close to 5 yards a carry, over 650 yards on the ground on 135 attempts. Mark Thompson was really, really impressive as far as I'm concerned with how he played this past year there for the Houston squad. Last on the list is former second-round pick by the Kansas City Chiefs out of Ole Miss, Breeland Speaks, who was a defensive end for Michigan, makes this list. And Breeland Speaks, if you recall, the Chiefs were very high on Speaks when they drafted him, but ultimately he didn't live up to potential. Never found a fit in the Chiefs' defense under Steve Spagnuolo, and they didn't work out. Never really on the same page. He dealt with some injuries there, got passed up in the depth chart, ended up bouncing around to a few different teams, Las Vegas, Dallas, the Giants, and Buffalo. But here he was this year in the USFL, and finally he was healthy, and he played to his full potential. He showed off, making the all-USFL team, and was the leader in sacks for this season. Had 9 sacks in 10 games, almost a sack for every game he played in this year. Also had 6 tackles for loss and 2 forced fumbles, 53 total tackles. Very talented player. If he could just get healthy, he showed that he can play at a high level, that he's got that talent there. But that, to me, is the thing he's got to show, that ability to stay healthy. I think playing 10 games like he did and showing off what he did was impressive, and that should stand out to some NFL teams out there. So we're talking about some of these players that the Patriots could sign. Obviously, they're going to still tighten up this roster before the season begins. What's the biggest need remaining for the Patriots this offseason? Weigh in the comment section. Tell me what you think the biggest need is for the Patriots, and let me know. Hit me up on social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, at Tyler Jones Live. Hope you have an awesome 4th of July weekend, folks. A lot of people talking about beer companies these days, but nobody's talking about actual beer. however you celebrate the 4th of July this weekend, drink American, buy American, and celebrate the greatest country on earth. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise, and have a fantastic 4th of July. We'll see you next time here on Patriots Today.